Amazing news for Blade fans. Salutations, Durag Nation. Marvel's Blade is by far one of the most anticipated upcoming games, but it was in early development when it was first revealed, which is why we haven't seen it at any game showcase since. But that could be changing since new updates from the developers point to Blade being further along than we thought, which will make the next few weeks potentially huge for fans of the Vampire Hunter. I'll tell you everything you need to know in 3 minutes or less, so drop a like if you learned anything, or change it to a dislike if the video was dog water. Compared to Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, which was recently delayed, the devs have done a really good job of keeping fans in the loop about what's been going on with Marvel's Blade. The project is being published by Bethesda and developed by Arkane Lyon, the award-winning studio behind Dishonored and Deathloop. After that amazing reveal trailer, they've shared new concept art of the Vampire Hunter, giving us a tease of what it'll look like while we're protecting the streets of Paris. We've also learned that, unlike their previous games, Blade will not be first person. This will be a single-player third-person action game that will still have the immersive gameplay and story the studio is known for. A reliable insider also revealed the Blade game will have a morality system and compared it to games like Infamous. It will likely be similar to their previous game Dishonored, which had a morality system based around a chaos rating. The rating would change based on how many bodies you stacked up or alarms you tripped. A higher chaos rating meant a more chaotic world, extra aggressive enemies, and other consequences for the player. Different endings to the game could be unlocked depending on your chaos rating, and adding something like this to Blade I think works perfectly for the character, while of course adding more replay value to the game. And we might get to see Blade in action sooner than we thought. Internet Detective spotted a new job posting looking to hire a tester whose job it is to essentially play different builds of the game and report any issues back to the rest of the team. Being at this stage is great news and shows Arkane Lyon is moving quickly enough through development to at the very least have actual gameplay they could show to people. The one odd thing about this listing was mentioning they were looking for a tester with creation engine and modding experience, but Bethesda later confirmed that part was added to the listing as a mistake, since Arkane does not use the creation engine. Those are used in Bethesda games like Oblivion Remastered, which was recently shadow dropped on all platforms, including PS5, which is the current strategy for Xbox, who want their games everywhere. So it's a safe bet Marvel's Blade will be joining Indiana Jones and Gears of War on PlayStation. However, the new trailer for Blade could still for sure be at the next Xbox showcase, which launches in a few weeks, headlined by The Outer Worlds 2. Between the Xbox show, Summer Game Fest, and the leaked PlayStation showcase potentially happening next week, this could be a very exciting time for Marvel fans. And in case you missed out on even more superhero news, YouTube recommends you click on this next video to learn more.